Hello student, I am Dr. Barun from Medico Patna. The today class is digestive system, that is called absorption. So the absorption mainly takes place in mouth, a stomach and a small intestine and large intestine. So maximum absorption takes place in small intestine, and absorption takes place by three processes: passive, active and facilitated transport. Passive means along the energy gradient, such as simple diffusion, osmosis. These are the passive process, such as some glucose, water, electrolytes are transported with the help of passive transport. That means such as water by simple osmosis. So this is called passive. That means along the concentration gradient. But some glucose and sodium ion transported with the help of against the concentration gradient. That means it is a active transport with the help of carrier protein. And without sodium, the carrier mediated proteins, that is called facilitated diffusion. That means the overall absorption takes place by active, passive and facilitated diffusion. And the maximum absorption takes place in a small intestine. But in mouth, also absorption of mainly some drugs with the help of mucosa and below the tongue, and it absorbs directly, goes into the blood capillary. And second is small intestine, stomach. So stomach absorption mainly water, alcohol and simple sugar absorption in stomach. And in a small intestine, maximum absorption takes place in a small intestine, such as water, simple sugar, fatty acid and glycerol, amino acid, glucose and fat soluble vitamin. Except fatty acid, fat soluble vitamin, all are goes to the blood capillary. But fat, fatty acid, vitamins, steroid, these are goes to the lacteal vessels. And in large intestine, water, minerals and some drugs absorption takes place in large intestine. So absorption is active, passive and facilitated diffusion. And the assimilation is a next process is assimilation. The absorbed food goes into the blood and then tissue or lacteal tissue and provide energy. This is called assimilation. And egestion, that is called defecation. That means removal of undigested food is called egestion. And it is a voluntary action. And release the fecal matter from the anus. And it consists some inorganic parts, some dead bacteria, scatol and mucus, and around 2/3 is around water and 1/3 is solid material. And the due to us called scatol present in fecal matter, their odor is due to scatol, and it is a type of organic compound. So egestion is a defecation, removal of fecal matter. And next is the disease, that is protein energy malnutrition. So what is protein energy malnutrition? So there is a two disease. One is kwashiorkor and another is marasmus. In kwashiorkor, the deficiency of only protein, that is calorie. But in marasmus, both protein as well as energy deficiency. And edema takes place in the kwashiorkor. but in marasmus there is no edema. So this is protein energy malnutrition. Other diseases: jaundice, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, indigestion. So in case of jaundice, there is a yellowish of eye and skin, and more bilirubin, biliverdin pigment present in their blood. And in vomiting, that is called, vomiting means removal of undigested food from the stomach, and it is also called reverse peristalsis. And diarrhea means removal of liquid fecal matter from the anus. And in constipation, that is the without release of fecal matter, and which is present inside the alimentary canal around 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, or in sometimes 1 week. And indigestion, that is called feeling of fullness, and it is mainly due to the anxiety, food poisoning, overeating, and intake of spicy food. So these are the 5 diseases mentioned in the NCERT. So this is the overall digestion. That means digestion means ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. So these are the 5 processes of overall digestion. Thank you.